Is aging truly making your legs weak? Or have you been misled? Many believe that leg weakness is an unavoidable part of getting older. But what if that's not the whole story? The surprising answer lies in a silent deficiency, a lack of 3 specific vitamins your body relies on during sleep to rebuild muscles, restore nerve communication, and support balance. And here's what no one's telling you. These vital nutrients are inexpensive, natural, and don't generate profits for big corporations. That's why you won't see them advertised on TV, and most doctors rarely mention them. But the science is undeniable. Just one vitamin deficiency can increase leg cramps by 45%, slow muscle recovery by 39%, and triple the risk of falls after age 60. We're about to reveal the most powerful, scientifically proven way to boost muscle strength by over 30%, yet hardly any seniors are using it. Why? Because there's no money in addressing the root cause. When these essential nutrients are missing, your muscles can't heal, your nerves can't send signals, and your legs, the very foundation of your body, start to give out. But there's still hope. New studies show that when seniors take these specific vitamins before bed, they experience faster muscle recovery, reduced leg pain, and improved balance, often in a matter of days. In this video, we'll unveil the 3 most crucial vitamins every senior over 60 should take before bed, ranked from least to most powerful, based on groundbreaking scientific evidence. Make sure to watch all the way through, because the final vitamin is incredibly effective, easy to add to your routine, and sadly, often overlooked. Before we dive in, we want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? How old are you? Here's a crucial one. What time do you usually go to bed? And how well do you sleep? We're reading and responding to every comment with personalized advice, so don't hesitate. This is your chance to get answers tailored to your age, lifestyle, and leg health. Let's dive into the first vitamin. And sadly, it's one that most seniors are critically lacking. Tune into what to eat over 60 for more insights. The Sunshine Vitamin's secret power. Vitamin D3. Let's begin with the first vitamin, vitamin D3. Often called the Sunshine Vitamin, most people still think it's solely about bone health. But once you're over 60, D3 becomes one of the most essential tools your body has to maintain and rebuild muscles, especially in your legs. If you don't understand how vitamin D3 truly works and how to take it correctly, you're missing out on everything your body needs to recover and stay strong. Why is this more important than ever? Over 70% of older adults are deficient in vitamin D3, and most have no idea. But research leaves no room for doubt. Low D3 levels are strongly linked to leg weakness, slower muscle recovery, and a higher risk of falls. Asterisk. Let's break it down. You may have heard it helps with calcium absorption, but its true role runs much deeper, especially as you age. After 60, bones begin to lose density, your joints become stiffer, and your leg muscles weaken faster. If your body lacks vitamin D3, the damage silently builds night after night. D3 isn't just an aid. It's a hormonal signal that instructs your bones to absorb calcium, helps cartilage protect joints, and activates genes that tell your muscles to rebuild. Without enough D3, the entire system begins to crack. Bones become brittle, joints are more prone to inflammation, and the muscles around your hips, thighs, and knees lose the strength that keeps you stable. You might feel it as aches after a short walk or a slight hesitation before climbing stairs. One study even found that seniors deficient in D3 had 34% more falls and significantly weaker leg strength, particularly in the quadriceps, the crucial muscles for standing and walking. Asterisk. And here's what's remarkable. You don't have to feel sick for this to be happening. D3 deficiency often manifests not as pain but as fatigue, stiffness, or imbalance. It's not always easy to recognize until you fall. That's why consistent D3 supplementation becomes non-negotiable. So how much should you take and when? For most older adults, experts recommend 2,000 to 4,000 IU of D3 daily, depending on blood levels. But how you take it matters as much as how much. D3 is fat-soluble, meaning your body absorbs it best when paired with healthy fats. That's why you should ideally take your supplement with a meal, especially one containing fat sources like olive oil, nuts, avocados, or fatty fish. Taking it with food can significantly increase absorption, making every milligram count. While some suggest bedtime for muscle repair, the real priority is consistency and absorption. So find a time that fits your routine, but never take it on an empty stomach. Because here's the truth. You don't build stronger legs in the gym. You build them at a cellular level with the right nutrients every single day. And D3 might just be the most overlooked tool your legs have been waiting for. Asterisk, the silent powerhouse. Vitamin B12. Asterisk now. Let's move on to today's second vitamin, vitamin B12. A silent powerhouse with surprisingly potent benefits you might never expect. While most people associate B12 with energy or red blood cell production, its most critical job, especially as we age, is supporting the very nerves that allow your legs to move, stabilize, and react. Vitamin B12 works deep within your nervous system, helping to build and protect the myelin sheath, thin insulating layer that wraps around every nerve fiber, allowing signals to travel rapidly from your brain to your muscles. When this layer begins to erode, due to B12 deficiency, those signals start to weaken, and what happens then? You begin to lose control. Not because your muscles are gone, but because the message never gets there in the first place. For seniors, this can mean a slight wobble while walking, a misstep on the stairs, or the feeling that your legs are just slightly out of sync with your brain. And the scary part is, it often creeps in silently, long before anemia shows up on blood tests. Asterisk research from UCSF and several case studies has shown that even normal B12 levels may not be enough to maintain healthy nerve function in older adults. Subtle signs like slower reflexes, increased sway when standing, and even white matter damage in the brain can all begin when B12 levels are still above the clinical threshold. That's why many experts now suggest we need to rethink what normal truly means and adopt a more proactive approach to protecting nerve health. Before damage becomes harder to reverse, asterisk B12 deficiency is far more common than most people think. And it's not because of what older adults eat, but because of how poorly their bodies absorb it. You see, B12 from food is tightly bound to protein and must be unlocked by stomach acid and a substance called intrinsic factor. As we age, we produce less of both. So even if you eat plenty of meat, fish, eggs, or dairy, your body might not be extracting the B12 it needs. To make matters worse, medications like acid reducers, metformin, and certain anti-seizure drugs can further impair absorption. Digestive conditions like Crohn's disease, celiac disease, or a history of stomach surgery only add to the risk. This explains why so many seniors develop symptoms: tingling in the hands or feet, loss of balance, stiffness in the legs, even with a seemingly healthy diet. It's also why oral supplementation often doesn't work unless given at much higher doses or in forms that bypass the gut entirely. For most older adults, doctors recommend 500 to 2,000 micrograms of crystalline B12 daily, ideally in the form of methylcobalamin, which is more bioavailable and better utilized by the aging body. Sublingual tablets that dissolve under the tongue are an excellent option because they absorb directly into the bloodstream. For those with significant deficiencies or poor absorption, intramuscular injections, often 1000 mcg initially, then monthly, are usually the most effective approach. The good news is that B12 is water-soluble and incredibly safe. Excess amounts are simply excreted in urine with no known toxicity, even at high doses. Regarding timing, while some suggest taking B12 at night to align with the body's nerve repair cycle during sleep, the evidence doesn't demand a strict schedule. The most important thing is to take it consistently and ideally in a way that fits your routine, with or without food. Because this isn't just about preventing fatigue, it's about keeping your legs moving, your brain connected, and your independence intact. If your feet feel numb, if your knees feel unstable, if you've started to hesitate before taking your next step, your nervous system might be crying out for support. And vitamin B12 could be the signal your legs have been waiting for. Asterisk the undiscovered powerhouse, vitamin K2, and the trio of strength, asterisk. Now, Here's what might be the most fascinating and crucial vitamin in today's video. Let's delve into vitamin K2. It's something almost no senior is talking about. Yet it might be the most powerful nutrient for rapid leg strength recovery. And no, we're not talking about K1, the blood-clotting vitamin you get from leafy greens. This is K2, and it works deep inside your bones and muscles to help rebuild what age gradually takes away. If you're over 60 and your legs feel tired, achy, or unstable, if standing makes your knees throb, or your calves feel soft and heavy by midday, there's a high chance your body is lacking precisely what K2 provides. Asterisk, so what does K2 actually do? Vitamin K2 is the silent companion that makes your calcium and vitamin D3 truly work. While D3 brings calcium into your bloodstream, K2 steps in as the director, guiding that calcium to the right place, your bones. Without it, calcium can drift away, accumulating in arteries, hardening soft tissues, or depositing into joints where it causes stiffness and pain instead of strength. That's why seniors who supplement with D3 but skip K2 may still experience weak legs, joint pain, or worse. Because calcium never reaches its intended destination, K2 corrects that. It activates specific proteins that transport calcium out of your bloodstream and lock it into bone tissue, making your legs stronger, denser, and more resistant to fractures. Studies even show that K2 helps reduce bone loss and fractures in postmenopausal women. It's one of the groups at highest risk for falls, and there's another reason to pay attention. K2 helps protect your heart by preventing calcium buildup in arteries, reducing the risk of stiffness and cardiovascular disease. In fact, research confirms that combining K2 with D3 produces better results than taking either one alone. Because while D3 loads the system, K2 directs it. Asterisk, now add magnesium to the mix. Most people think of it as just a mineral, but magnesium is the activating switch for D3 inside your body. Without enough of it, all the D3 you absorb can't be fully converted into its active form. Magnesium also helps your muscles relax, reducing nighttime cramps and supporting bone crystal formation, especially when taken consistently. This is why some seniors don't feel results from D3 supplementation until they restore their magnesium levels as well. Together, these three nutrients, D3, K2, and magnesium, form a powerful triangle of leg strength. D3 enhances calcium absorption and muscle repair. K2 ensures that calcium is deposited in bones, not in places where it causes harm. And magnesium makes it all work while soothing your muscles and reducing inflammation. The result? Stronger bones, better balance, lighter walking, and fewer falls. Asterisk, but there's something important to note. Modern diets rarely provide enough K2 or magnesium. Unless you're eating fermented foods like natto or plenty of leafy greens and nuts every day, you're likely missing out. That's why smart supplementation is key, especially with MK7, the most absorbable form of K2. And 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium daily. How to take vitamin K2 effectively. Take K2 with a meal that contains healthy fats, such as eggs, nuts, olive oil, or fatty fish, as it's fat-soluble and absorbs best this way. Morning, afternoon, or evening is fine. Just choose a time that fits your routine. Many prefer to take it in the morning with breakfast to build the habit. For best results, pair K2 with vitamin D3 and magnesium. This trio works synergistically to boost bone health, reduce stiffness, and protect your heart. Over time, they don't just reduce aches, they restore your foundation. So, if your legs feel less stable, or if D3 alone hasn't brought results, K2 and magnesium might be the missing link. They don't just support strength. They give your body the clear instructions it needs to heal. Move and thrive one step at a time. Asterisk, taking B12, D3, and K2 every night is a powerful first step. But what if you could amplify their effects without taking another pill? The truth is, your daily habits silently determine how well your body absorbs nutrients, repairs tissues, and rebuilds strength. And just a few small adjustments can dramatically change how your legs feel in the morning. Here are 4 overlooked habits that silently support everything you're trying to rebuild. Faster, deeper, and more effectively. Asterisk, amplify your leg strength. For overlooked daily habits, asterisk habit number 1. Hydrate strategically, not reactively. Asterisk, most people wait until they're thirsty, but by then your cells are already dehydrated and your legs are silently suffering. When you lack fluids, your blood thickens, nutrient delivery slows down, and vitamins like B12, D3, and K2 struggle to reach your muscles and nerves. That burning, aching feeling in your calves at night, it might not be aging, it might be dehydration. Research in the Journal of Gerontology found that even mild dehydration reduced leg endurance by 14% and slowed nighttime muscle repair by hours. The fix is simple. Drink water consistently, about 1 glass every 90 minutes throughout the day. Infuse it with lemon or cucumber if that helps you enjoy it. And always stop drinking an hour before bed to avoid sleep interruptions. When hydration becomes consistent, your supplements work better and your recovery flows more smoothly. Asterisk habit number 2. Make your dinner lighter to supercharge your recovery. Asterisk, what you eat before bed dictates what your body does while you sleep. If your dinner is heavy in starches or sugars, like rice, bread, or dessert, your body spends the entire night digesting instead of rebuilding. It's a wasted opportunity for leg healing. Digestion slows down in the evening, and a heavy dinner increases inflammation and blocks the effects of D3 and K2. A study in clinical nutrition found that older adults who ate high glycemic meals after 7 p.m. had double the rate of nighttime stiffness and 38% lower nutrient absorption during sleep. Here's what works instead. A palm-sized portion of lean protein, like grilled chicken or boiled eggs paired with steamed vegetables or leafy greens. That pause allows your digestive system to rest and your body to shift fully into recovery mode. Asterisk habit number 3. Warm up your legs with gentle movement before bed. Asterisk, you don't need to hit the gym. You don't even need to break a sweat. Just a few minutes of gentle movement before bed can significantly improve blood flow to your legs. It's delivering B12, D3, and K2 right where they're needed. Try this. 10 seated leg extensions, a few ankle rolls, or slowly lifting your heels off the ground 10 times while holding onto a chair. These small movements activate the nervous system and signal your legs to begin repair. A 2021 study in geriatric rehabilitation found that just 5 minutes of gentle leg movement before bed led to 22% increased blood flow, fewer cramps, less morning stiffness, and greater balance, all within 10 days. No equipment needed, just awareness and consistency. And when combined with your nighttime nutrients, it gives your legs a real recovery advantage. Asterisk habit number 4. Restore your mind to restore your muscles. Asterisk, here's something most people forget. Your mind and muscles recover together. When you're under chronic stress, your body produces excess cortisol, a hormone that increases inflammation, disrupts sleep, and slows healing across your entire system, especially in your legs. That's why learning to calm your mind is just as important as what you eat or drink. Simple practices can help. 5 minutes of deep breathing, a short guided meditation, gentle music, or journaling before bed. These help lower cortisol, calm the nervous system, and prepare your body for deeper sleep and faster repair. One more thing. Listen to your body. If your legs feel unusually sore or tired, don't try to push through the pain. That's your system asking for rest. Give it what it needs. Recovery isn't about doing more, it's about doing what's right. So remember this. Hydrate consistently, eat light and early, move gently before bed, and calm your mind. These 4 habits don't replace your vitamins. They unlock their full potential. And night after night, they create the internal environment your legs have been waiting for to heal, rebuild, and come back stronger. Asterisk, subscribe to What to Eat over 64 more health tips tailored for seniors.